Raw video. This term has been used quite many times by a lot of people nowadays. In fact, a lot of cameras are quite capable of shooting raw videos nowadays. But what is raw video? Now, just because I'm a good man, I'm gonna tell you guys all about raw video in this video. Now, before discussing raw video, I need to tell you what exactly raw video is. Raw video is a codec. If you have heard about H.264, H.265, all these things are codec. So in the same way, raw is a codec. Now, if you're familiar with raw photos, what exactly raw photo does in your camera, basically taking the whole sensor information and creating a picture. In fact, creating an information out of it. And from that, we convert that to JPEG and create a usable picture. So in the same way, raw video is basically the whole sensor information, but just in videos. Now later on, while exporting the video out of DaVinci Resolve or any other software which you use, we convert that to Rec 709 just so that it's usable in YouTube, Instagram or television or other different places. If you have shot a video in RAW, first of all, it's gonna take a lot of space in your camera, that's for sure. You would be needing higher SD cards and of course larger SSDs and hard disks to store your RAW videos. So the advantage of RAW videos is similar to RAW photos. Basically, you can change the white balance, exposure, contrast and different other things, aspects of the video later on while you're editing the video. That too without losing the quality. Normally what a camera does is that it bakes in the colors, but with raw video, cameras don't really bake in the color while they are shooting. Instead, you get the option of doing that later in your software. Every other camera company has their own raw technology. For example, B-RAW by Blackmagic, ProRes RAW by Apple, Red RAW by Red, Arri RAW by Arri, Nikon RAW I guess by Nikon, Canon Cinema RAW by Canon, and pretty much all the raw video formats work in the similar way. They take a huge amount of space, but in return they of course give us high quality videos. But there's an exception. The exception is ProRes RAW. ProRes RAW was created by Apple a few years back, and the advantage of ProRes RAW is that it can give you the similar quality what usually raw videos give you, but in a smaller package. Basically, you wouldn't require that much amount of space which is usually required for shooting raw in general. Also, the playback speed in your video editing softwares is going to be way faster. So nowadays, a lot of people in the industry are using ProRes RAW to shoot their commercials, music videos, even web series, movies nowadays. At the end of the day, according to your project, you need to decide that whether it's even worth it to shoot it in RAW or log would be better. Now, one thing which you need to understand is raw video usually has to go through a debayering process. In simple words, it's basically unlocking the raw video to make it usable. Initially, when the raw videos were introduced, it was a longer procedure, but nowadays your software is actually automatically capable of debayering your raw footages. It's usually considered to be better if you do it manually by yourself. Now, how to do that? It's a different video altogether. But this was all about raw video.